Hey everyone, eBay reported second quarter 2023 earnings, and in this video I'm going to review those results and also update my recommendation of eBay stock. If you've been following me all year, you will have known that eBay has been one of my top stocks to buy in 2023, and it has retained that ranking all year long. So you're going to want to tune in to find out if eBay is still one of my top stocks to buy after these quarters results, or is eBay getting a downgrade, right? So get right into it. Total revenue of 2.54 billion was up 5% from the second quarter of 2022. That was on the higher end of management's forecast. Earnings per share of $1.03 was also up 5% year over year. That was also ahead of management's forecast. So the company did better than expected in terms of revenue and earnings per share. GMV, which stands for gross merchandise value, of 18.2 billion was down by 2% year over year. Now this is important because this is the value of transactions that happen on eBay's platform. eBay takes a percentage of each transaction, and that's what it counts as revenue. And speaking of its take rate, that increased to 13.9%. That's up from 13.1% year over year. And if you look back several years, as I've been following eBay stock for several years now, around 2019, let's say, this transaction take rate was around 8 or 9%. So eBay has boosted this take rate by more than 400 basis points. Now, eBay wouldn't have been able to do that unless the whole industry was raising prices. And that's what's been going on. If you look around e-commerce, Amazon, Shopify, Etsy, and others have all been raising that transaction take rate, even though they might call it something different. They're all charging merchants more fees to list and sell items on their respective platforms. So eBay has just followed the industry in raising the transaction take rate, and in that way, relatively speaking, it hasn't become less competitive to the point where sellers can say, well, I don't want to sell on eBay, I'm going to go sell on this other platform instead. Well, good luck to you, because that other platform has also increased their fees. So no matter where you go as a merchant nowadays, the fees are higher. So that's what I like about eBay stock. And that's kind of my investment philosophy, and one of my main focal points in my investing framework is I look at industry-wide competition. I don't like to invest in industries that have fierce and, more importantly, the rate of competition getting fiercer. I like to invest in industries that are taking steps to reduce competitive pressure the way that e-commerce has been. Right? If you look around other industries, let's consider automotive, right? If you look around, especially electric vehicles, what's been happening there? Tesla's announcing price cuts. Rivian is following, Ford is following, this other company is following, GM is following. Everybody's cutting prices, getting lower. And if you look at the profit margins of the industry, almost everyone's profit margins are falling. I like to stay away from those kinds of scenarios, and I like to invest in these kinds of scenarios where industry wide everybody is raising prices, raising fees. And that's better for investors because that's increasing profit margins. So that's one of the main reasons I like eBay stock. Active buyers decreased by 1 million to 132 million. eBay's active buyers has been consistently falling for about 2 years now, I want to say. eBay's management has taken this focus of, you know what, we want to focus on high value customers. We're going to stop offering promotions and discounts and incentives to get buyers to join our platforms. We don't want those kinds of buyers anymore. We want buyers that are organically interested in eBay, in shopping on eBay. We don't want these buyers who just come when there's a promotion and then leave right after the promotion, which I also like about eBay, right? They're instead spending the money making the platform better. They're spending money on improving their authentication process. So when you go on eBay to buy used goods, especially from luxury brands, you can be confident that those goods are authentic. And this is a long lasting benefit to the company rather than offering a 20% discount to new customers who will join, and then after they spend that discount, they leave the platform, right? So I like this strategy. Ad revenue increased by 35% to 367 million. This has also been another trend in the industry where they're increasing the amount of revenue they're generating from advertising, and you could see this on Amazon, Etsy, and all other e-commerce platforms. Free cash flow increased by 6% to 492 million. And here's what was a little bit disappointing is the forecast for the third quarter. Management is forecasting revenue growth of 4.5%, which was better than I was expecting, but earnings per share is going to decrease by 2% according to management. That was a little bit disappointing. The reason for that is the company's planning more investments in some of the areas I mentioned earlier, like authentication. Overall, though, I'm happy with this quarter. And to update my recommendation of eBay stock, I'm still keeping it as one of my top stocks to buy right now. But that's all I've got for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/Parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now.